you've seen it.
Perhaps you've seen it in a dream.
What seems to be the ruckus? At least you. All people come here for the same reason.
All
To
people
make
come here
us.
for the same reason.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your
Monkey!
feelings.
Monkey!
They're all that keep you from going hard.
Alright, let's fucking do this. 25 arrows. Interesting. Is that enough to kill what's-his-face? It might not be. We could go get poison arrows, I guess. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to 30 no death runs in 30 days. 30 permadeath runs, part of the series of 30 and 30. The goal, of course, to reach 1,000 no death runs. We're currently at the number 456. This will be 457 of 1,000 if we accomplish bow only no death today in Dark Souls 2. If we do not do that, then we'll run a different game. More than likely Demon Souls, because it's quick and painless. We have to get a total of 30 no death runs in 30 days. That's the goal here. Sub Donato, welcome. Oh, really? Well, I guess we can't kill him with this crap. We're fucked. Or not. Come here, dude. Let's go this way. $15, I don't think we'll handle them. 11 arrows, probably not enough. Eight arrows, probably not enough. 7 arrows, definitely not enough. Yep, we're not going to kill him. Let's start over. Just had to test it out before we continue, so. So 25 isn't going to do it. Not for this guy. So starting with the bow is kind of a waste of time. We'll just start as an explorer then.
Perhaps you've seen.
I think unless they're all headshots, it probably won't work. Basically. What's up, Donato? I had to do my scientific investigation, bro, you know? That's how it goes. Scientific investigation. If we land all the arrows, we might kill him, though. So let's try it one more time.
At least you know your own.
Boner, class, bandit, gift, fire ascetic.
All people come here for the same reason.
Strictly for scientific purposes. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's exactly why we did it. For scientific purposes. I wish there was a random spot to pick up arrows on, too. That's the thing about it. There isn't. There's, like, no area in this, like, little burg over here that sells arrows. But I kind of want to just get him over with. Because coming back just seems convoluted, you know what I mean? Granted, 25 arrows isn't a lot, but I'm pretty sure as long as we keep hitting him, he'll die. Because it looked like he was close to dying right there. I mean, technically, as long as I keep shooting him, he won't come up the ladder. I just thought I wasn't going to have enough arrows. As long as I keep shooting him from the ladder, he won't come up, because he'll get staggered every time. If we had, like, the, what's it called, the stone ring, he really wouldn't come up, but getting the stone ring would be a waste of 25 arrows, so... What's up, Henry? Welcome. How you doing, man? I think we should have enough. Yeah, we're perfectly fine. See, we had one arrow left. It's like the perfect little harmonization there. Butter is my butter. What is my... Yeah. ADP's at 3, though. Ooh, that's dangerous. You know I like it dangerous, though, so... That is trash. That's worse than a fucking level 1 run, dude. A 3 ADP is, like, fucking terrible. We need at least a 6. At least we don't have to level for the bow, though. There is that. Yeah, as long as I had enough just to kill him, like, it literally came down to missing 2 arrows. That was basically the amount we had there. Which is kind of dangerous, but it worked out okay. So we need 3 ADP. We need poison arrows. What's up? Welcome, man. Welcome to the stream, Logan. I think I remember you being on TikTok a while ago. For sure. 3 points in ADP, so I'm going to do that. I don't usually level this early in the game, but you're going to kind of have to. So... Started up and dropped off. That's fair, dude. I'm cold. I don't know what the hell. It's hot outside, too. It's like, it's going to be 80 degrees today. But I'm fucking cold for some reason. Woo-wee, baby. So today's day 2 of 30 no death runs in 30 days. We finished one yesterday, which was a great sword run. We won't be running Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. I don't know what we'll be running, actually. Not sure. Maybe Demon Souls or Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 3's, I gotta get my disc resurfaced because it's broken. Once I get it fixed, then we should be fine, but... 6. All we need is 6. That's it. At least until we get to the run. Or after the run, excuse me. course that hit me. Butter my biscuits, baby. I was born in the year 1974. No, I'm just kidding. I really wasn't born in 1974. It's crazy that only cost $1,200, but like the throwing knives, dude, they cost like, I think, how much is it? Like fucking 7,000 or some crazy shit, dude. It's kind of insane, actually. I'm doing good, Henry. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the Stromboli, my friend. Oh shit, we didn't touch the fucking thing, dude. God damn it, bro. Whatever. We didn't actually set off the damn boat, bro. That's how you know I'm out of it. The easiest part of the run is touching the stupid boat, dude. Seriously. Alright, fuck it. We're going again. So it means I'll probably have 7 life gems for the fight, but we're going to get more probably soon. Got that 30 by the Rotten. The only problem is getting down to the Rotten with like 5 life gems, which I don't think we can do. We might have to buy like 2 or 3, which is fine. There's like 3 sitting over there in Majula randomly. That hit me again. I guess we could go this way and grab these life gems since we don't have to go back down that way. I think there's like 2 down there, or 3. I can't remember. Yeah, 2 of them. That's not too bad. I don't have a best, dude. I like them all, just for different reasons. I don't do that tier list crap, dude. Yeah, for the tier list shit, I'm like, just go watch Mojo. It's like completely against my philosophical perspective to have a tier list, basically. That's the reason why. Yeah, but I appreciate them for all their differences, essentially, for all their flaws and all their greatness, basically. It's like the in Sensu, basically. Each tool has its place. It has its strengths and its weaknesses, but each tool is applicable and usable in any way that needs to be used for a certain job. The same with the weapons thing. I don't do that whole this is the best weapon in the game. This is the worst weapon in the game. Because everything has a usefulness to it if you're using it for a specific reason. So there's nothing that isn't useful. So I said it's kind of against my personal philosophy to have a tier list. There's things that I find more enjoyable. Like, I think that's all a matter of entertainment, though, and like personal opinion. I think the actual question should be, hey, which of the games do you enjoy the most? Not which is the best, because that is a very definitive black and white type Western style answer. That's a hard one too because I enjoy all of them, man. I think it just depends on what mood I'm in, you know? I think that kind of happens. Like if you're like in the mood for a burger, you're going to want a burger. If you want some pizza, you're going to want pizza. So I think it just depends on what mood you're in, you know? It's just like music. You don't listen to the same music when you're like upset versus like having a good time, right? Like you don't sit down and put some Steely Dan on when you're pissed off, right? But I think it just depends on whatever vibe you're in. You know what I mean? Human emotions are, you know, strange and fickle that way. But I could say, like, with honesty, the one I've played the most is probably this game. So I have to find it more enjoyable than the others, at least by deduction. You know what I mean? Just by deduction alone, really. If I look at myself as an outsider, basically, then yeah, probably this one I probably enjoy the most. It would make sense and stand to reason because I've played it the most. Like, and if I was somebody watching the stream and I watched every stream, then I would know for a fact that I've played this far more than the rest of the games. Which I've played a lot of those too, man. I played them a long time. I mean, I went a whole 2 years just playing Dark Souls 1 on stream, you know what I mean? So I think it just depends. But I think this one, right after the first year and a half of streaming, I played this for like another 2 years straight almost. So, and here I am back on this. And I'm kind of over Dark Souls 1. I love Dark Souls 1, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't really want to play it as much as I used to. I can still play this one like with my fucking eyes, you know, blindfolded basically. Dark Souls 3 I think I've played the least, but I don't find it any less enjoyable. It's just certain elements of it that make it less replayable for me. It's specifically the level design. It's the Rogues Gallery that keeps me coming back, though. The bosses in Dark Souls 3 are really good. You know? I like the open-endedness of this sandbox type vibe with a Dark Souls game, though. You know. And it would stand to reason that I would love Elden Ring as much, but I did play Elden Ring way too much when it came out. I did the same with Demon Souls though. I think I burned it out in less than 3 months. Like I was over Demon Souls in 3 months. And it's not even Demon Souls' fault either. It's just I think I played it too much, possibly. Because we were hitting those like 8-hour fucking Demon Souls streams, and I was doing like 2 no death runs a day in Demon Souls, you know, like for like fucking 3 months straight, dude. You know? I gotta buy some. I gotta buy some life gems for her in order for us to get down to the rotten. So I'll just buy all 3 of these. I mean, all 10 of those, just for reasons, man. Honestly, I don't really need them per se, but in order to get down and heal ourselves on the way to the rotten, we gotta need them. Yeah, like with Dark Souls 3, it has to do with the beginning level design. Like there's nothing wrong with the game. The game is absolutely brilliant. It's definitely fun. The Rogues Gallery is really good. The experience is good. The music's good. Combat system's very satisfying. It's specifically the first starting area. It's Lothric Castle. The reason why I say that is because like if you think about how open-ended this is, in even Dark Souls 1 where you can literally run to you know, the catacombs if you wanted to, or Quelaag, or anywhere at the start of the area, for me that's kind of more of a plus than just, you know, the bosses alone. Don't get me wrong, I love Dark Souls 3, it's good. It's just that part of it makes it less enjoyable in the early game. That and the fact that you basically can't get a special weapon until you've accomplished Vort, which makes like weapons only runs kind of like, I don't know, not as important in that game. Because if you think about it, you can't do really like the Black Katana only. You have to like use a weapon before you go get the Black Katana in the catacombs. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those games where you can't just pick up a weapon from the beginning of the game and make it an only run. It doesn't make it bad. It's just for challenge running specifically, it kind of makes certain only weapon runs impossible. You can't do them unless you're using a fist in the first like boss, basically. Or you're doing it NG+, which there's not, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it NG+, it's just not as interesting not gathering the shit that you need for the weapon. It's pretty easy to, like, get through, you know, NG+, in my opinion. It doesn't make the game any harder for me. If anything, it makes it much easier so I don't have to gather anything. Sub Jane, welcome. Yeah, because everybody's always talking about like NG plus, 7 being super difficult, and it's the same attack patterns. The AI doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the damage intake and the damage output. Quite literally, those are the only differences in most of the Souls games. You do get games like this though, where they actually do change the NG plus, which is nice, but it's fucking rare that happens, dude. Seriously. Shit. Well, that's dangerous. I'm gonna die here. Yep. Called it. But that's kind of the thing. Is it's just not as difficult as people think it is. NG is harder because you're basically completely underleveled when you start. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of how it goes. Like, you could go and debate, I mean, the only thing is you got to be perfect, and if you're at the point where you're running deathless or hitless runs, and you're going to pretty much be almost perfect, every time. So that's just kind of how it goes. You woke up with a headache. I'm sorry to hear that. My dad, I think he has a sinus infection, so, I mean, I understand. Let me go grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
Why I say that is it's mostly like that, you know what I mean? Like, it just depends on what you're in the mood for, Dark Souls 3 had great bosses indeed, sir. I completely agree with you. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing that keeps me coming back to Dark Souls 3 when I play it is the fact that it's got great bosses. And then reliving those cinematics, and then of course the feel of the boss fight is quite a good one, you know what I mean? It keeps you coming back. It's good stuff.
What seems to be the ruckus?
So
At least you know your own name.
we're gonna run Explorer. It's just a little easier. A lot less setup. I mean, there's still setup, but it's not that bad.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
This game is pretty fun, though, man. It gets a bad rap for no reason, I think, to be honest with you. I think it's one of the better games in general, just out, you know what I mean? We gotta get rid of the weapon, too. We don't need it. But yeah, so happy Tuesday, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is good. I don't know what's going on in your lives, but hopefully it's a good thing and there's good things happening to you. So, I'm sorry that you have a headache, Jane, honestly. But if you could visit any place in the world, where would you go? I mean, imagine if you had unlimited funds, right? And you could choose anywhere in the planet. Doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter if it's in the past, even. Where would you suggest? Where would you go? Who would you see? England? You want to go to England? Yeah, England's interesting. What part of England, though? There's a lot of different parts of England. England's very structured, and there's very different things going on in England. There's like a whole area they were filming the what's the name of the show? Bridgerton. It's like classic England. It's kind of beautiful, and they still film there. I think it's kind of interesting to see that. Seasides, Devon, etc. That sounds beautiful. Seasides, yeah. Country and seaside sounds like a beautiful place to visit. I would imagine the food is pretty good too. Out in those areas, you could eat like a hobbit, you know. New Zealand's got to be beautiful, right? I mean, I've seen pictures of New Zealand. A good portion of Lord of the Rings was also filmed in New Zealand, which is pretty cool. Very peaceful looking place. Bergs and like grass and like rain and sunshine, and those are always good feelings. Like, I think me and Sammy were talking yesterday on stream. She went to a concert the other day, the day after a concert, and having the day off. It's like one of the best feelings ever, because then you kind of have that soreness from being and enjoying yourself out. But then having nowhere really to go during the daytime and just being able to lounge around is probably one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I mean? It's something that I took for granted for a long time. You know what I mean? Until now I'm older, you know, and I got like 3 jobs and I got 3 kids, you know, and like just busy all the time, dude, you know. You'd go to Southern Ireland? Nice, dude. I think for me it would be like Fiji or like fucking, you know, Bali or something like that, dude. You know what I mean? Bora Bora. I would love to go to Bora Bora, man. It's beautiful. The waters are purely blue, like just stunning. Stunning tides, stunning sounds, sand between your toes, you know. But it's also super expensive to go to Bora Bora because it's technically Pacific, you know, like Pacific Island, but I don't think it's in the same utility as Hawaii at all. Like, it's separate. It's really strange. I don't remember which government had control of it at one point. Was it France? I can't remember, but they're separate than the United States, obviously, because Hawaii is technically like American, I guess. Technically. That's kind of why I do these runs, though, you know? part of it is, of course, this is a performance of some sort. Like, a lot of people misunderstand the reasoning behind it. It's always like, oh, well, look at, he's doing this $1,000 no death run, you know. He's going to try to impress all these folks. And it's like, no, man, this is like, I've said this before. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Himalayan sand art. It's one of the reasons why I prefer Dark Souls 2 is the open-endedness to it. Is it feels like you basically are, I don't know, experiencing something from nothing. It's just an automatic start, right? Fresh, like from the beginning. There's this open-endedness to it. And, like, it's very therapeutic to do this. Like, even if nobody was watching the stream, basically, I'd still do it. You know what I mean? The misunderstanding, of course, is that this is, like, to prove something. But I have nothing to prove, man. I've done 456 no-death runs. You know, like, there's nothing to prove here. It's just me doing them. It's pretty much it at this point. Just the experience, you know? Like, I noticed this, too, because I've had arguments with people I've been in relationships with. And a lot of this thing is, like... A lot of it's, like, the control factor, right? Like, I think I was talking about my coworker yesterday, right? She's kind of a bully, right? So she's all, like... She's one of those people that doesn't tell you what not to do. She's one of those people that tells you after you've done something wrong. You know, it's the control factor. A lot of people have this innate need to have control, right? How many times have you gotten illusionary rings? I have no idea, man. I have 20 no death, no bonfire, so I have no idea, dude. But it's like, I just want to have an enjoyable experience. That's the end goal for me, man. It's not even like, you know, I gotta be in control of the situation or whatever. None of that matters to me at all, dude. What matters to me is having an enjoyable experience more than anything else. I'm glad you like it the best, man. But that's why I was talking about, like, where would you visit? You know what I mean? It's subtle. Like, I think I was like this morning. My daughter's been having this problem lately where she kind of just gets into these crying fits because she wants to spend the morning with me and I don't have enough time anymore because I work 3 jobs. You know? And, I just remember when I was young and, like, the best memories I had were spending it with my grandmother. Like, in the morning. We'd go before the sun came up on a hot day and water her plants. She had, like, a shit ton of plants. Always. She had a giant orange tree and a grapefruit tree and a lemon tree. She had these stone walkways, these paths, you know? And this giant elder tree, which had, like, mushrooms and shit growing on it, you know? And, like, it just felt like a mystical forest when I was a child. The feeling of it, you know, just feeling that intense connection to the morning, water dripping and, like, the grass, you know, shit like that. The smell of the water when it hit the grass, the smell of the trees, you know, when they were wet. And then in the afternoon and dusk, she would do the same thing. You know, we'd sit there and we'd watch, like, what was it? The Price is Right. I don't know how many people have watched The Price is Right, but that was one of my favorite shows growing up. We used to sit there and watch The Price is Right with Bob Barker. And it's like that feeling right there, man. You know, that specific moment in time where you kind of just notice the small nuances of life, I think, to me, are very important and beautiful. Because life is beautiful. And there's also this random dog that keeps running in my yard now. Like, I know I told Jane about me feeding the feral cats in the neighborhood because that's the kind of person I am. But this dog's been running in my yard lately and eating the cat food that I put down for the cats. And it kind of pisses me off, but what am I going to do? Run at the dog with a fucking stick or something? Like, there's no point in doing it. You know what I mean? Gavlan.
Gavl, what? With Gav? Many deal.
Maybe we should go get the armor first. Possibly. I guess it won't matter that much to go naked this time. Because it's only like a difference of maybe 3,000 souls. So I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, honestly. Yeah, it's a stray dog randomly running in. The other day, Lotus saw javelinas in my front yard. There was a family of javelinas in my front yard. It was funny. She's like, Dad, look! There's 6 javelinas right there, dude. Yeah, but only no death, Luan. No, the thing is you gotta understand, in Arizona, like, in specifically the part of Arizona, we live in southern Arizona, there's wild animals everywhere, even in the city. Because we have squirrels, we have hawks, we have owls, we have javelinas, and they roam in the mid-city. Literally. Because what it is like, the way this works is, the neighborhoods themselves are separated by stretches of desert. So you get, like, whole areas that are like covered in desert, and the whole other areas which are just neighborhoods. So they live in between things, and some of them live like in the fucking drainage ditches and shit, dude. It's crazy to see. If you're up at a certain time in the morning, you will see a javelina. Guaranteed. If you live in southern Arizona, you're gonna see one somewhere, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of coyotes too, though. They're little pains in the ass. Cause I had a bunch of cats. I think when I was around like 15 or 16, that I was kind of doing the same thing with, like at this house, and the coyotes attacked them basically and killed most of them. This area is like that because that's one of the reasons why I moved back, though, because of the freaking the sunsets and shit. But the wildlife is dangerous depending on what time of year you're walking out. You know what I mean? I believe it, man. They are mean as hell. They're survivors too, bro. Like they will find any way to survive. You know. They're not native there. You guys get like deer and shit though over there, right? You guys have like deer, right? Because we have deer too, but I'm pretty sure you guys have different types of deer and shit. I don't know anything about the wildlife in your area.
Curses upon you! Enough of this. You won't get me.
Yeah, that and then the bobcats, the mountain lions, and the high desert and shit, dude. Oh my god, bro. Fucking Vegas is the same shit. Like, Vegas isn't big at all. Like, it is tiny. People don't realize it looks big from outside. And like, if you leave literally like 2 blocks away from the strip, it's all desert, literally. So there's a lot of shit out there. Like, just randomly walk it up sometimes. What kind of wild hogs do you have in your area? Yeah, dude. You know what's crazy too is they sound like they're laughing almost. You know, trainer, like they're creepy as fuck, dude. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they sound creepy when they start making their noises, like that yipping, crying noise. It's fucking weird. Just big black hogs? Oh, okay. Oh, we already went this way. What am I doing? Doubling it up, I guess. Not having that fog gate makes this easier, at least. Shit. It's because the runs run together sometimes. You're like, oh shit, what am I doing? That's right. We're doing this again. We've done this 50 million times, dude. Seriously, at least. They eat everything. They're kind of like goats then, huh? They just fucking eat whatever they want. Goats do that shit. Javelinas do the same thing. They eat whatever they want. They're dangerous, though. I'm pretty sure those wild hogs are dangerous, too. Yeah, because javelinas have like some bacteria in their mouth that helps them digest. But if you get gored or like bitten by one, it's super deadly to humans. It's like, oh man, fuck that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in that shit, you know? It's like, nah, man. Especially when they're protective of the babies. Like, they always have babies with them, and they're super protective. And I can't really blame them for that, but it's just crazy. Panthers, fuck that. Go camping on the swamp, right? Fuck that. Yeah, I don't fuck with Panthers, bro. I'm just saying right now. People don't fuck with a lion, bro. That's a movie I haven't seen. Believe it or not, it came out 20 years ago now, dude. I don't know if you guys know this. Have you ever seen the movie Grandma's Boy? One of my favorite films. It came out 20 years ago, dude. That's fucking crazy to think about. It's like, dude, 20 years ago? Holy shit. You know? I didn't think it was that old, but it is, dude. It's that fucking old. Did you know that Will Ferrell didn't think he was actually going to make any money off the movie Elf? You thought it was going to be a gigantic flop? There was an interview, like, kind of like behind the scenes shit of Elf, like when it first dropped, and he was like, well, this is probably my first time and my last time starring in a role. And then the next year, fucking Anchorman came out. He literally didn't think that movie was going to make any money at all. Even though James Caan's in it, which, I mean, come on, dude, really? How could you not make money off that? Yeah, Christina Applegate's awesome. I love her. She's great. Sit still, buddy. The hitbox on this guy. Look at this. What? What even? I just didn't want to buy all them shitty arrows, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is bow only permadeath run, correct? Familiar shorts, welcome. Dark Souls 2, bow only permadeath, which means no dying, basically. Money, everybody loves money. I actually hate money. Money is the biggest problem in the world. It really is, dude. See all this unique shit and you're like, dude, I want to buy that. I can't. No money. You know? It sucks. Right? Sit still, bro. Come here. Butter, butter, butter. Oh, almost fell off. Tried that once, died right after the Giants' memory a bit. Yeah. It's a pretty difficult run to do, even if it's not deathless, dude, so it is what it is, man. You got the splodies. Oh, no, you don't have the splodies, you shit. It's fine, I got the splodies for you. You gotta come up here, though, dude. Come here. Y'all need to come up here. Ready? Alright, cool. We're good. I'm just gonna do this thing. If you get stuck here and these dudes are chasing, just do this. It's easiest. By the way, it took me a long time to learn this, but yeah, just do that. Like, it's just faster. Because especially if you don't have a way to deal damage to them, you know what I mean? It's just easier to do that.
so, right? You've got.
Too many. Let's go with 250. That works. $250, boy. Yeah, boy. We need 10 vigor. Do 10 strength. 16. Perfecto.
Satisfied?
Very satisfied, child. Child of cats. With a bow, it's all about spacing and timing. Like, literally. That's pretty much it. It's the same with spells. Like, I see a lot of people, they you know, when they do their runs with spells, it's usually like they get smacked or whatever. As long as you just space and time properly, you can survive most of the time. If you're casting, doesn't matter what it is. Same with, like, because I just finished the items, the consumables only no death run on YouTube. It's on there if you want to watch it. It's 4K, no commentary. Basically what that is that you can only use thrown items in the game. So, like, we're talking, like, throwing knives and fire bombs and all that shit. And only that. You can't use anything else the whole game to deal damage. And it's all about spacing and timing. That's basically what it comes down to. It's just a different way of playing the game. You know what I mean? It's all spacing and timing when you use a weapon, of course, but it's just different spacing and timing when you're using long range. And that's why I said, like, I like the dark fantasy action RPG games because they give you options to try to, you know, challenge yourself versus, like, single weapon action games, which there's nothing wrong with the single weapon action game. It's good. You know what I mean? They sometimes do more with less, which is a good thing. But then you have a game like Ninja Gaiden 3, which doesn't do that. Which, if you're familiar with the Ninja Gaiden series, you know that Gaiden 3 is the worst in the Black series. And even Razor's Edge isn't that great, honestly. Because there's literally only one weapon the whole game. And one of the best things about Gaiden was having 8 different weapons to choose from. Razor's Edge is the worst. The story sucks, too. They were trying to give it a story, and it's like, you really don't get Gaiden, do you? It's not about the story. Never has been, bro. It's all about the action, you know? There's also no currency system in Ninja Gaiden 3. It's dumb. I don't know why they did that. They took away the fucking currency system in Gaiden 3. I don't know why they did that. I really don't know why they did that, but... And then there's no more ultimates in Gaiden 3. And granted, of course, you can, you know, chain spam ultimates in Ninja Gaiden 2 and 1, but getting rid of the system altogether is kind of like, why did you do that exactly? They have something called Steel on Bone, which is lame as fuck. Dark Souls 2. I redid the run because I didn't have a 4K recording of it, basically. I've already done that run, consumables only, no death, no bonfire in this game, but I was like, you know what, let's just run it. Because, I mean, it's kind of cool to do a run that you haven't done in a while and then kind of just get better at it, you know? Yeah, we did do consumables only, no death Dark Souls 1 as well. That was so long ago now, though. Well, I guess it wasn't really that long ago. It was like, what? Maybe 7 months ago we did that run. It's like not a secret though that Gaiden 3 is the worst of the series. People will debate though that it's what do you call it, Gaiden 2 Black is the best of the series, which it's not bad, but I feel like it gives you too much. Like it's not as restrictive as the first one. The 200-hour stream. I streamed for 200 hours and did challenge runs, no death runs, and PvP for the whole thing. And then the second one's going to be 1,000 no death runs because I'm not even halfway done with that run. So gotta remember, this is runception. It's a run within a run. The run that doesn't matter is the one I'm currently doing. The run that matters is 1,000 no death runs. Yeah, for me, goals are like endurance based. They're not single based. Single runs don't matter to me. It's the long run that matters to me. So like, you know, like for the longest time people were always asking, hey, do a hitless run, do this and do that. It's like, yeah, and I've done a hitless run, of course, but it's not about the single run. It's like if somebody asked me to do like 100 no-hit runs in a row, that would be a real run to me. Doing a single hitless run ain't shit to me. You see what I'm saying? It has to be a high number for me to be interested in it. It's just how my brain works. It has to be extremely taxing on your patience. It has to be extremely like, you know what I mean? Like one of those endurance-based situations for me to be like interested in it. Because the longevity of this run has taken like 4 or 5 years total. When I'm done with it, we might be at a total of 7 years. So imagine a challenge run that takes 7 years to do. That's basically what I'm doing. And it won't be noticed or recognized, and I really don't care if it is or not. But I know I'll finish it. This one is bow only permadeath. If you're asking about the total run, this month's run is 30 no death runs in 30 days. Currently on run 2, day 2. And if you're asking about the macro run, it's 1,000 no death runs of the Soulsborne series, and we're currently on 55 no death runs. Or 56, yeah. 456 no death runs total of 1,000. I've already owned businesses, dude. Why do you think I can stream? I don't do this to make money, because if I wanted to do that, I'd be like a drug dealer or something. I'm not gonna lie to you. How did that miss? Again? Hey, there we go. If I did this for money, I wouldn't do it at all. That's the key right there. What do they say? A short life that's enjoyable is better than a long life that's miserable, right? Working for money only makes you miserable. We didn't even upgrade this, bro. It's not even upgraded. We did that with an unupgraded bow. I was like, why is the damage so shit? Now we know why it's so shit. Makes sense. We could probably keep it at this level. We could get to the castle. So I don't have to go and rehash the spider lady. It's just going to take a bit longer for Ronnie, which is, I think it's a better trade-off, honestly. Then I gotta kill the skeleton lords and shit. Never mind. We'll just upgrade this. I don't want to do it though. Yeah, I used to be a graphic designer at one point. I had a graphic design business. And I worked for like t-shirt companies as an independent contractor. I've done at least like 100 different album covers for local bands and a couple of big name bands and stuff. You know? Nothing too major in my opinion. Just like Social Distortion, stuff like that. Like just t-shirts and shit for Iron Fist and what do you call it, shoe designs and crap like that. And then I got into costume production for a while, and that got too hefty because I was working like 7 days a week, like 14 hours a day by myself because of the orders being so high during the boom. And that I ended up selling that business to a bunch of old ladies. They were really sweet old ladies, but they ran that business into the ground from what I remember. And then after I got out of that, I started working at a grocery store just to make money and becoming like a grocery manager. And then I got injured pretty badly at the grocery store. I got a double hernia. So what I did was I just started playing video games for a while. And I would just stream for fun, you know what I mean? I'd stream on Twitch and no one would watch. Basically. I think I had like 2 main viewers. One was Tony and the other was her husband, and they're fucking cool. I love them folks. They were some of my first viewers on Twitch. And then Facebook started their partnership thing, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream on Facebook. So we set it up. Facebook took off pretty fast. Like I think I went from like 1 follower to a 2,000 overnight or some shit like that. Just kind of crazy. And then within like, I want to say within like 12 months, I was already at like almost 10,000 followers on Facebook. And then of course COVID hit, which isn't a good thing at all. Like COVID was fucking terrible. Everybody was trapped in their house. But it felt good to actually bring people some hope and some joy into their lives, even though they couldn't leave. You know what I mean? And that kind of helped the popularity a bit of the stream, which is, I mean, it was beneficial, but it was at the detriment of everybody else, and I kind of feel bad about that personally. Kind of wish it didn't have to be that way. You know what I mean? I wish it was a different reasoning for it, but logistically it's the truth. The best thing about it too is like it was weird because there's a couple of Facebook groups on Facebook that really don't like me. And the reason why they don't like me is because back then when they first started the program, Facebook was heavily fucking trying to get people to watch the streams. Right? So what they would do is they would like create like algorithms so that you could get like an upgraded algorithm set. And so these groups thought I was posting in there and trying to get people to notice me and stuff when I had nothing to do with half of it. because a lot of them were pissed off because of Twitch, because Twitch basically let them down for the longest time. And they were all mad at me for it, and I'm like, dude, I have nothing to do with half of this shit. So they took it personally, you know what I mean? And it's like, you do realize, like, I have nothing to fucking do with what the hell you're mad about. Like, literally nothing to do with it. I think that should be good enough. So I made a lot of enemies real fast, you know, for no reason, basically. So they had a lot of fucking haters for the longest time. And it's like, dude, I don't really give a fuck, honestly, you know, but at the same time, it's like, I didn't really create this situation the way it is, dude. You know? Kind of got handed the situation. I broke off Facebook groups. Yeah, Facebook groups can be toxic as shit, dude. Some of them are pretty toxic, you know? Nice, don't even aim at him. Yeah, I don't even know who you are, modding. At all, dude. Mikey, okay. You don't use Facebook that much? That's understandable. Facebook sucks anyways, dude. Yeah, I hardly ever scroll Facebook myself, though, like, literally. If you are on my private Facebook, you'll realize I'm literally never on it at all. I think the only social media I scroll is TikTok. But that's because I watch a lot of, like, funny videos and, like, inspirational videos. And by inspirational, I mean, like, kindness is a magic type shit, you know, wholesome crap, usually. You know, like that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was crying this morning. I was watching a video of this guy who was like cooking with his daughter, and I think they were baking something, and they were speaking like Russian or something. And like, then she's like, "You're my best friend," and he starts crying. And then there was this guy, like, he hadn't seen his dad in like 20 years, and like, dude, I watch all that shit. Like, I am a big sap for shit like that. I love shit like that. Yeah, we were talking about Razor's Edge, right? Ninja Gaiden 3 and how bad it is. But then if you look at a game like Stellar Blade, for instance, uses the same weapon the whole game, but it is interesting to play because of the amount of changes you can make to the weapon and like certain strategies you can use by adding different upgrade systems to it. It makes it interesting. Like, Stellar Blade is probably one of the best games I've played in the last 3 years. I like Stellar Blade. It's fun, right? And it just like with the upgrade system and like the skill system and like all this stuff that's involved, it makes it pretty fun. But like Ninja Gaiden 3 doesn't have any of that shit. It's just boring as fuck. Like even Sekiro has like the prosthetics and shit, you know what I mean? That make it slightly different at least, you know? But not fucking Ninja Gaiden 3. That game just sucks it hard. And then, like, Liza P did it well. I think I liked the first patch of Liza P better than the patches after. First version of Liza P was pretty cool. It was probably the most challenging video game I've played, like, in 6 or 7 years before they put the patch in. And then after the patch, it's like, I don't know if I can even play it the same way anymore because of how much easier it is than it used to be. But the first initial version of the game, I think, was the best version, just for me at least, in my opinion. I enjoyed it. The difficulty level was crazy hard. Like, the freaking parry frames were tiny. Like, it was just the right amount of challenging for me. It was perfect. God of War remake is pretty cool, or not remake, but the new God of War series, the first one was pretty damn good. I liked it a lot, actually. It had an interesting storyline, you know. I dug all that. That was a fun time for me. That's a good action game. It definitely is a good action game. What did the patch do? It changed the parry timings, gave you more like of the ability to fight back, kind of. They slowed down stuff. They made it a little slower. They did less damage and had less health. Their, what do you call it? Posture bar was smaller after the patch. Because, like, Simon Manus, OG Simon Manus one-shots you in the second phase. Even if you have, like, 40 health or whatever. Plus. So, basically, I was stuck on Simon Manus for 2 days. See, I played Sekiro through the first time, and this is when I was less skilled when it first came out. I spent an hour, and I figured out Sword Saint and beat him. Now, after, I don't know how many years of fucking strategically learning parry timings, Simon Manus took me 2 days. Do the math there. Shit was broken, bro. I'm telling you, that dude did not work right. He was fucked. And, you know, the thing is, it did need a rebalance to some extent for casual players. I get it. It's just, for me, I was like, dude, this is perfect. This game is great. You know? I just wish what they would have done instead was add like a difficulty level setting, normal and hardcore or something like that. Would have been a little more interesting, or maybe gave us like the demon bell or something. Something like that would have been better than just kind of making the game easier. Like, there were broken things in the game, though. Like, the Black Rabbit was way too hard, number one. Number two, you could cheese them easily, though. Like, you could break their AI and walk in there and just spank them around, and they would die. But, like, I remember the initial Black Rabbit fight was just, like, fucking ridiculously hard. And then when I went back after the patch, dude, I just iced them easily with high damage. It's like, that's kind of unsatisfying. There was something more satisfying with the faster parry frames, too. Like, it's just, it didn't feel the same. It wasn't as satisfying anymore. The rhythm was off, if that makes sense. And plus, like, I think it was, like, the first boss, the Parade Master, I basically killed him before I had a chance to get the critical on him. I'm like, dude, why the fuck, really? It's like, that wasn't satisfying at all. That part wasn't. No, I have the digital download, man. I can't unpatch it, unfortunately. And I'm not gonna spend like $40 again to buy it for PC or the physical copy unless somebody wants to do it for me. You gotta understand, dude, all I do is play video games. I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on a video game I already own. Especially if I already own it. Just like when people are asking, are you gonna get Gaiden 2? You know, like, dude, I own Gaiden 2 on fucking Xbox. I own Gaiden 2 on fucking PlayStation. I own Gaiden 2 in the remaster edition. I'm not buying Gaiden 2 again. Unless somebody wants to buy Gaiden 2 for me, I'm not gonna fucking buy it. Yeah, I beat it. It's not bad. I think Rise of the Ronin's better, though. I like Rise better. I don't know. It's just something about it being open world that Rise really does well. It's funny because it got such bad reviews, but I think it's only because the game doesn't force you to play it hardcore if you don't want to. And I kind of dig that because I do play it hardcore, you know what I mean? But I think it's also fun for people that want to play a casual game, which is pretty neat. I found it really good, dude. I liked Rise a lot. I still want to go back to Rise of the Ronin because I haven't finished it. DLC came out while I was playing it. Elden Ring DLC came out. So I just basically cut off from it. Didn't finish it. Yeah. It's not bad, man. What do you call it? Fallen Dynasty is pretty fun. It's a pretty fun game. It's just I don't do all the expletive type, you know, anime style color type games all that much. It's kind of why I like Ghost of Tsushima and shit like that, because it's a little more grounded in reality, even though it's not really realistic. You wouldn't really call it a realistic game, but like the art style has a big thing to do with me not wanting to play a game. And as weird as it sounds, like first Berserker Kazan I think is the first like cell shaded game I want to play in the last like 10 or 15 years, because I really did enjoy the demo a lot. Like I loved it. It was good. It made me happy. I beat him within the first 30 minutes of fighting him. I thought he was pretty easy. Simon Manus was so broken, basically Nameless Puppet was easy compared to him. Basically, before the first patch. That's kind of the problem, is that Simon Manus was fucking terrible, dude. Like, he was rough. I thought Nameless Puppet was pretty easy, but a lot of people have trouble with him. I never use that, man. You know, the only weapons I've used in that game are, like, I think the first sword you get, the wrench, which is busted as all hell, and then the Twin Dragon's Blade is my favorite, with the long wind-up parry. I did a lot of the boss fights hitless with only that specific move. No damage and all that, with the damn wind-up parry only, as opposed to the standard parry. Need 40 vigor so we don't get one-shotted here. Probably gonna get 40 dexterity too. Alright, I need to buy more arrows. Oh, I used the Salamander Blade too. Salamander Blade's pretty okay. It's pretty fun. I did a level 1 run in it with the Salamander Blade. Played Neo. I tried to get into it, man, but I was more jaded about Ninja Gaiden 3 when they came out because of what happened with Team Ninja and Itagaki. So I kind of never gave it a fair shake, more because I was a bitter Ninja Gaiden fan. That was also the era when it kind of started to dissipate because I don't think that the Japanese market during that period understood the reasoning why Japanese games were appealing at all at some point. Like, they ended up, like, kind of giving into Western level design and Western game mechanics a bit during that period. That was, like, the heyday of, like, what do you want to call it? Like, Gears of War. Gears of War is great, by the way. I think Gears of War is one of the most fun games ever made, personally. And probably one of the most difficult games ever made, like, on the higher difficulties, for sure. Like, it is definitely hard as fuck, right? But at that point, those games were gaining popularity, and the Japanese market were losing out a bit. So they thought the whole point of gaming during that period in the 2000s was like, we got to catch up with the Western market. We got to appeal to the Western market. We got to start doing all this for the Western market. And like they ended up making Ninja Gaiden 3 in that vein, where they thought that's what they had to do. They had to like compete with God of War and all this other shit, and they didn't need to. Like, look at Devil May Cry, for instance. Devil May Cry didn't need to do that because it's Devil May Cry. I love Devil May Cry. It's great. Right. Great game series. Interesting characters. But they ended up doing the same thing with DMC Rehash. Remember that one? The DMC game nobody talks about? All right, that game sucked. Right? Everybody knows that. Where they fucking try to revamp the game and remake it more in a Western, like, tone, which really doesn't make any fucking sense at all why they did it. But at that point, Japanese market was trying to compete with American market. That's just how that goes. So after all that failed, and, you know, obviously they wanted Japanese games for Japan, they're never going to go out of style. Everybody knows this. Japanese games from Japan are fucking precious, right? Everybody loves them. Then they went back to, like, kind of like reformatting. And after they screwed over the main fucking creator of Ninja Gaiden, that's when they got into a whole, like, making a soulsborne game. So you gotta understand my understanding of why I didn't want to play Neo at all, basically, when it came out. I was already jaded from fucking Razor's Edge. Didn't want to play this shit. And like I said, Ninja Gaiden was my first favorite series. I started playing in 1989 with the original NES version of Ninja Gaiden. So I'd been playing that long since I was 5 years old. So for me, it was a big deal, entertainment-wise. So when they pulled out, you know, hey, we're going to make this Souls-like game, and I'm already playing Souls-like games and Souls games, for me it was a big, like, fuck you, basically. And it's not Neo's fault, and I'm sure they're decent games. But I already had a negative bias towards Team Ninja at that point, so I kind of tried to give it a chance when I got it back into, like, Fallen Dynasty and, like, Rise of the Ronin. And those games aren't bad. They're pretty good. You know what I mean? But if you compare them to the Gaiden series, they ain't shit. I'm just going to be honest with you, like, at least for me. I'm glad also DMC went back to their roots, because they fucked up for a little minute, and then they're like, you know what? Screw this. Capcom's a big-ass company, though. They know how to correct shit. So I have hope for Gaiden 4, but I'm not gonna, like, hold my breath either, because if they pull another fucking, you know, Gaiden 3, I'm not gonna be, you know, non-vocal about how terrible the fucking game is, dude. I'm gonna be completely brutally honest with it. How you doing, Ben? Welcome to the stream, dude. It's just like the Tenchu games. I'm a big fan of Tenchu. You know what I mean? And I love FromSoft. And the thing is like, as much as I like Sekiro, I would have preferred a Tenchu. Because Wrath of Heaven was the shit, bro. Like, it really was. Wrath of Heaven's a great game. And, like, FromSoft making another Tenchu game would have been, like, fucking solid gold for me. OG Stealth Assassins is still probably one of my favorite games of all time. Tenchu 2 was okay, but I think Wrath of Heaven, man, that game has my heart. That game is fucking good, bro.
Go ahead. Oh, done so soon.
It's Sigma, bro. Ben, it's literally Sigma, just called black. You know how you know it's Sigma? I can explain it to you. If you've played enough Ninja Gaiden Black, the first area into, there's a save station right after the main horde is there. After you kill those ninjas, then there's a save station. In Sigma, there's a chest where the save station is. There's also no auto lock on with the bow. In Sigma, there's auto lock on with the bow. In Black Remake, there's auto lock on with the bow. In Black, you have to manage your arrow supply. In Sigma, you have infinite arrows. I can keep going. Remake Black has infinite arrows. The block button is the same in Sigma as opposed to Black. Favorite From Software game? The Adventures of Cookie and Cream, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do when it comes out, man. When it comes out. I don't think everybody has access to the fucking network test, though. I wish Ironbeard had access to the network test. I'd play with him. Yeah, Black is way harder than Sigma. That's why. That's why the main creator always talks shit about Sigma, bro. It's like, it's not my vision. The guy's a prick, by the way. The dude that created Ninja Gaiden, he's a total prick. But still, he's got a point. Not like Miyazaki, where he tries to have this air of professionalism. This guy's like, yeah, this version of my game's total dog crap. Like, he has no problem telling reporters to go fuck themselves, basically. Miyazaki tries to be all professional and shit, dude. You know? That's one of the reasons why I think they fired his ass in the first place, because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. They're all, you need to be a good boy. He's like, fuck you guys. That's basically the thing, man. Oh shit, that was close. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't care. This is gonna take a while. At least we have 400 arrows. You shit. Oh my god, bro. For real. Bone wheel Fast and the Furious style. Fuck, bro. You want to know why they can't remake Ninja Gaiden Black in the first place? Why they didn't remaster the Black series? Does everybody understand the reasoning why they couldn't remaster the Black series in the first place in an HD collection? What's up, Artem? Welcome. Because the actual version of the game that's black no longer exists. So like we're talking about the original OG files, right? That were proprietary for the game to function for black no longer exist. They were on a specific engine where they couldn't replicate the game. They didn't reproduce it. So in other words, there's no save file with the original Ninja Gaiden Black game on it that for the creators to mess with specifically. The engine to be, you know, changed or, you know, evolved or whatever. So basically that game is lost. It's a lost game. Like you can play it, you can probably end up ripping it and maybe find a way to break it with mods and shit, but ultimately the original version of Ninja Gaiden Black no longer exists. So the reason why they use Sigma for the remaster is because the only game that they have a saved file for that they could like remaster is Sigma. So Black is gone, dude. Like the original copy of Black for, you know, production is completely gone. No longer exists. Lost to history, basically. That's why when I was like, oh, they're remaking Black, you know, somebody told me, and I watched like the first 40 minutes of it, and I was like, this ain't Black, dude. And then like, I knew like they could have at least built it from the ground up, but it's like, did they actually go back and play Black, or do they remember Black? Like, That would be impossible, bro. Artem, you know what kind of fucking land moving you gotta be doing to do that kind of shit? That's a straight up pipe dream, homie. It would make more sense if it was like somewhere close to Russia. That would make sense, but there aren't any superpowers like that in that area. Aside from Russia, really. You know what I mean? A full-scale, like, fucking war like that is just... It's hard to produce, dude. Like, it's just hard, like... You know what I mean? That's why everybody's so quick to push the button instead nowadays, because it's just impossible. World War III only makes sense if there's buttons being pushed. If that makes sense. Physically having a full-scale war, though, that's just not going to happen ever. The plot of the video game? Yeah, you're right. Which one? Black? You talking about 3? Because 2 is about the them bringing back the Archfiend. 2 is about bringing back the Archfiend. 3 is about a cult called the something of the Mask. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. Why did I buy that? I don't need that. Oh yeah, I did need that. The first game's about revenge. And we're talking about Black. Oh, Boak. No, I haven't. I thought you were talking about Ninja Gaiden, bro. Because we were on the thing of just called straight up Black. Yeah, I've heard of Black. I've never played it. We got a miscommunication, dude. I thought we were talking about Ninja Gaiden Black. That's why. Because that's what we were talking about in chat. No, I've never played that. Is it good? Shooting games called Black. It's on PlayStation 2. It's freaking amazing. I love that era, dude, for the first-person shooter was so good, dude. What about Red Faction? You ever play Red Faction? That shit is good, bro. I love Red Faction. That game is so much fun, dude. Where you're just blowing shit up. You just random buildings falling apart and crap, dude. Red Faction was cool. You guys remember the Mercenary series? That game was fun, too, man. Yeah, that game is good, dude. That's a fun game, bro. Yeah, that era is fun, dude. A lot of fun games came out in that era. Classic game, yep. It's like you tried to kill the dinosaurs, have to kill the dinosaurs. Turok, you guys ever play Turok? Oh my god, bro. Speaking of dinosaurs, they supposedly making a new Turok, or they did already. Turok is classic, bro. You guys remember Turok? Fucking Turok, dude. Oh, let's go get the ring first. Turok was pretty fun, dude. Turok and GoldenEye, dude. GoldenEye's classic, too. Fucking GoldenEye. I sucked at GoldenEye so bad, dude. I still suck at GoldenEye, probably. Oh, nice, man. Happy birthday. I think you already said it though. You said you're gonna be 18 finally, right? I'm just kidding. Happy birthday, by the way, Artem. Finally gonna be 18. This isn't it. I think it's just chilling on that corpse back there. Flame quartz ring. We don't need that. The hawk ring. I'm gonna play with my hawk ring now. Your sister's birthday. How old's your sister gonna be? I guess we're gonna fight anyways. Doesn't really matter. You're a bitch. Here, die. She's always gonna get to that same fucking health right there, probably. It's like an endless cycle. We either need more damage or something's got to give in a fucking pattern, I'm telling you. Just feels like I'm wasting my fucking arrows at this point. Maybe we should let her invade and just kill her that way. It's probably better that way, honestly. She's gonna invade right now, that's why I'm doing this. If she gets stuck there and stun locked, she should be fine. Pushing through the boulder, what? Yeah, because if we stand right here and shoot her in the kneecaps. She won't do shit. Right in the, you know what? What would Bruno Mars say about it? Fat, juicy, and what? No, now we're good. Sisyphus pushing a boulder? Yep. You're correct, though. All right. That's over with. Thank God. Right in the face. Thanks, man. Wow, you're following me too? You shit. You know what? I'm just gonna kill these dudes. I don't want any trouble, bro. What are you? Where did you come from? Where did you come from, you shit? 3 dudes now? Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna kill these 2 dudes first. Usually, if you give them enough time and space, like, they'll just pass through, right? But last time he smacked me in the back. I just have to be quick. Plus, I think they leash back there, so isolating this guy back over here won't be that bad. There's only 2 enemies back here. We might be fast enough to get it, though, hopefully. Without getting stabbed in the back. He won't stab us in the back, but he'll hit us. We're good. That's the annoying thing about getting the Shrine of Winter and you don't want to kill anybody, is that part of it right there. Throws rocks. I don't even know what Clash of Clans is, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what that is. Is that a mobile game, I'm thinking, right? I didn't know you could action cancel that way in this game. Not with the bow, at least. It's on Android? Okay, yeah. I don't know anything about mobile games. I think the closest I get is like PUBG on mobile, maybe, but that's because I have Filipino friends that play that shit, basically. I gotta go pee real quick, but I'm gonna wait till we're inside because, you know, those guys spawn in sometimes on that side when you get too close to the other statue.
You are a guest of our castle. I
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll go through the black bow. We'll get the black bow through the castle. All right, I'm back. Welcome back, Mark. How's it going, buddy? I hope you enjoy work, or at least it goes by quickly for you if you don't enjoy it. Gotta wait for that dude to go back downstairs. Black bow time! Woo-wee! 6 and 6 is all we need.
I'll be around if you're waiting there. I'll play.
All right. We'll level up, and then we're going to get ready for the castle. Alright, so we really don't need much here, like any levels, to be honest with you. But whatever, doesn't matter. More stamina the better, I guess. Let's get her done, baby. It's going good, man. We're just getting through the castle right now. Thanks for the GGs, guys. GGs. G's. Demonic powers for beyond understanding. Let's see what the roll attack is here. That's not that quick. Elden Ring has a really good roll black bow attack. I love it. That and then the jump attack is fucking great. So does Dark Souls 3 though. That has a really good roll attack animation with the bow. To see what we can find, yeah, basically. Welcome to hell, boys. We're here. We finally made it. I didn't think it'd be so soon, yeah. That's fair. The key to the King's Passage. Really, that hit me? Whatever. I don't know how that hit me, but we'll pretend it did. Sure. I heard a boss from the Souls will be in the new Elden Ring. Yeah, Nameless King and Duke's Dear Freya and Centipede Demon are all going to be in it. Jonathan. All of them are going to be in it. I'm going to play the network test on the 14th if you want to watch it. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Yeah, the 14th. It's, dude, that's Valentine's Day. I'm just letting you know. You might not be able to watch that, but I'm going to do it again on the 16th as well. You got the 14th free. Nice, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting playing on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to me, man. You know, like, pretty much. Like, screw everything else.
Thank you kindly.
Got time for you? That's fair. Happy Valentine's Day to me. Gotta love the bow, man. Jesus Christ. In this area, it's spiffy as hell, dude. Fucking love the bow. Take yourself buy dinner for 1 or 2. Take it to your have a great time. I mean, I get to play a brand new game before it's even announced to be dropped, bro. Think about that. That's like the ultimate Valentine's Day gift for me. Valentine's Day gift for me. Like, big time. And of course, it's a FromSoft game, you know? Like, so for me, that's like a whole big deal, you know? What's the easiest way to get through Shrine of Amana? With a fucking bow. Remember this, guys. Like, I'm gonna manhandle all these fucking sorceresses. Nah, bro, just get a bow. That's all you gotta do. Use a bow, real easy. Get it done. You know? Simple. Simple, simple, simple. I mean, I don't know if that works here. I've never tried it. I've never actually tried urine before in this area. It might work, actually, now that you mention it. It might. What, the frog? The frog is weird, right? It's so random, too. Like, you weren't expecting the frog. No, I don't think anybody was. Butter, butter, butter. That lady right there, all she does is heal the whole squad. That's all she does. She doesn't actually shoot at you. I didn't know they had made two different types of the enemy. One heals and the other attacks. So that's the difference between them. Kind of random and weird, but it is a thing nonetheless. You know what I mean? Still. Yeah, boy. Give me that gushy gushy, boy. Ooh-wee. Give me that gushy bussy. That always hits that dude straight in the face every time. It's hilarious. Say, man, I think it'd be interesting if they had like a transformation or something, you know, where he rips the skin off and he's like a fucking skeleton and he's jumping back and forth like Osiris did, or you know what I mean? Like some crazy shit happened, you know? This guy's gonna take forever. Unless we poison him, which he should get poisoned through the shield eventually. But it's probably faster just to go this way and just let him do what he's gonna do. The freaky frog, yep, you got the freaky frog, all right. Freaky frog lakes for everyone. Yeah, that would have been cool, man. I'm just saying, it would have been interesting to have him like, you know, like a giant bone wheel just rolling around everywhere and fucking you up. Kind of like the boss from Elden Ring, you know, that skeleton boss in the pit. Oh yeah, he sells dark arrows. I forgot. We need to buy those. They're good. Obviously, I have to smack the stones in order to get through, okay? Don't get mad at me because I'm not using a bow for this part. I have no choice. Arrows do not work here. I've tried them, believe me. Well, I didn't know they were going to turn like that. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Nah, it would have been... It wouldn't have mattered. The fucking fist is faster, bro, than the shield. The shield would have took longer because the hitbox on the shield sucks. I already know I did shields only no death in this game a while ago. The hitboxes on shields and fists in this game are trash, hola, dude. They're not good. Unfortunately. I wish they were good, but they're not. I don't know how that hit me, but okay. We'll pretend. Okay, so now we gotta go get some more poison arrows because we're running low. And we gotta fight the stupid dragon next, which I hate because he's a stupid dragon. But luckily, he's weak as fuck to poison, so there is that. I don't know if I should buy... We don't need the bright bugs yet. Maybe after. Butter, butter, butter. Mid-air kill. Wow, that was awesome. Dumbass. Thanks for the GG, man.
One. Do not resist.
What's up, Hal Guy Walker, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Bo Only Permadeath. Permadeath run 457 of 1,000. All right. Let's kill the giant, and then we're ready to beat the game. Do I need the... Yeah. Let's get the bright bugs. Just to have extra damage. We won't really need it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm good. First playthrough, enjoy, man. It's a good game. Definitely love that game, dude. So, enjoy it.
Thanks, kind.
You killed two NPCs accidentally? Sure, it was an accident. Sure it was. You know what? Yeah, right. You can't lie to me. I do it all the time on purpose. On purpose, I do it. Oh, the merchant? Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see how you would kill that guy, because he kind of just seems like he'd be an enemy, right? So, yeah, I feel you. But you know you won't be able to get the... Did they give you the key? I don't remember if they give you the key. After you kill him. Yeah, you gotta watch out because there's a key that you need to open to free another NPC that he has, and I can't remember if you kill him, they give it to you. I hope that's the case, dude. I forgot. It's been a while since I've killed him. What's up, Robin? How you doing? Worth it. Not worth it. Alright, man. Dragon Kinship. Yeehaw, buckaroo. Final level up, and then we should be done with the game.
There until The Throne of Want.
Oh, okay, sure. For no reason. Why not? Woo-wee! That was a bad one. Go! No Death Run 2 of the month. Bow only. Dark Souls 2. My total is 457 of the Soulsborne series. 457 no Death Runs. GG. Yeehaw, buckaroo!
You who link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked,
All right.
souls will flourish.
Shall we run another one or no?
and
We have
all
time.
will play out again.
We're at 457.
It is your choice to embrace or renounce this.
Or should we just leave it for tomorrow? Run another one? Alright. We'll probably run Dark Souls 1 then or something.
Great Sovereign, take your throne.
Demon Souls would probably be a better choice.
What lies ahead, only you can see.
The only DSR we could, it's gonna be too long, dude. So I have to do like a regular run. It's the only problem is that I don't have that much time. I don't have another 3 hours. I have another 2 hours, but not another 3 hours. So we'll probably have to just wrap one up. And then tomorrow I could try bone only Dark Souls 1. It's all dependent on time, basically. Just do that. All right, so we restarted the stream for TikTok. So okay. Next run.
Age of ancient.
So yeah, we're gonna have, if we finish this run, we'll have 458 no death runs of the Soulsborne series. Basically. Tomorrow we'll be at 459, and then on Friday we should be at 460. They're climbing, man. We're getting closer to fucking 500, dude. That's the milestone right there. That's the halfway point of the run, which is crazy. That's crazy. Most runs are between 2 hours to 3 hours, depending on the run. Some of them are like 5 hours. If you calculate that, okay, just in no death runs, 100 hours 4 times. How many hours is that in game just doing no death runs, dude? And that's not even the failed runs. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous to think about. Getting phone calls. Hold on.
Oh, and this. No.
ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
I do have to get off, but I will be back tomorrow and we'll do a special run. We'll do bow only tomorrow on Dark Souls 1. So I am going to get off right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love each and every single one of you. If you're thinking about following the stream, please do so. If you want to find all my social media contacts, just Google Forlorn Night Gaming and you should easily find me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. She's going to stay with you for the rest of February. She's going to take care of you? That's good. Yeah, man, I have to finish it, bro. It's a piece of art I have to finish. I've been working on it for a long time. You know what I mean? That's kind of the thing is that if I don't continue, then we'll never finish it. I want to finish 1,000 runs. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, what is it? If we do end up at that place, it's almost 3,000 hours just from no death runs that were successful. It's freaking ridiculous. So... But I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in.